Rainbow scent. I have a few messages for you, and I'm gonna pull from my channeled messages here, notes. It's usually written down whenever I feel that get a nudge, and I write it down and I put it away. This is my method. It may not work for you, but when I'm guided towards a certain pile or a certain deck or a certain book or whatever it is, I listen, and I'm here to help you. I have a couple years here. We have 1987 or 1986, 1984, 2011, and 1973. Could mean something to you. I'm going to quickly do zodiacs for you. Pretty much all of them. Wow, except Taurus and Pisces are the only two that are not in here. Wow, I wonder why. What else is here? Aries ended up on its side for some reason. They have a golden color. So maybe they are about to turn. I don't know. That might be a warning for you, okay? Read for collective here. This pile? This one? Oh. The first message is to redeem yourself. Say if you're going through karma right now and you did not know, for example, say you were manipulated, you were tricked, whatever, and you're facing karma at this time, the best way to have grace and mercy from the Most High, from God, from Source, redemption is achieved through repenting the things that you've done wrong against anyone else or even yourself. Yes, you can get karma, especially if you are not taking care of yourself and you abused yourself. So that is something, because God loves you. Then God will, and sometimes does, give you karma on that, unless you learn your lesson and show the universe that you learned your lesson. Not only by words, but by action. And that's the best way to get grace and mercy. You'll notice once your ancestors and Source sees that you are actually learned your lesson, you don't need to repeat it, and because that's all karma is. It's either a test, it's either a blessing, or it's some type of redo of a cycle a lesson you didn't pass. So it's like a pre-test, you want to say, for some. It could be different for all. Everyone has a soul. Everyone has a spark within them, and that is the divine spark, and that belongs to God. And every life carries one, as I said. The life is what? You can ask yourself. And science says there's only one other form on the planet Earth here that is missing one characteristic of being alive. Being alive is 7. If you count them all down, you need to have 7 characteristics to be alive. The other one has 6. There's only one that has 6 characteristics, and it's missing one. You know what that is? It's fire. Fire. Think about it. Fire eats. Fire digests. Fire grows. Fire dies. And there's a few other ones. But yeah, fire. Why do you think they say the things they say? It's just something to think about. Characteristics of life. You are alive, right? You still have that spark. It is a trick of the devil to say to anyone that didn't know this. When they say you sold your soul, right, for example, you can't actually sell that because that belongs to Source. That's a piece of Source. It is a trick of the devil. There's always time for redemption. It's not going to get eaten by the fire, which is the devil, if you think about it. As long as you are alive, you have a soul. There's always time to make your life better. The only time you cannot redeem yourself, obviously, is when you're dead. And that goes into other factors, such as people with these spiritual gifts, such as schizophrenia. That is a spiritual gift. Because people don't understand it and they're scared of it. No, I do not have schizophrenia. No, I am not bipolar. And bipolar is being able to see and feel within 2 realms. Bipolar. And schizophrenia is the purpose of that from God, is so that you can help the trapped souls that can no longer redeem themselves to move to the next plane. Do you get it? And that's why I'm talking about that now. As long as you are alive, you can redeem yourself. at any time. So don't think that you've done too much and your soul is lost, because anything can happen. You know, we're all judged on our actions. And if you have done something wrong, or you've done harm, or whatever it is, don't think that you can't be redeemed, because you can. Always be mindful of your actions. Be mindful of what you speak. Live in truth. Always do no harm. Don't make a mockery out of truth and the people who speak it. And don't ever unalive yourself for that exact reason. You will be stuck, because that is a severe violation of one of the many laws of life. So if you think that it will be better ever doing such an act, it won't. I can assure you, it won't. And then you have to rely on the living to set you free. And nowadays, very few people, at least in the past, have accepted that gift, that mission for God. The people with those spiritual gifts, they need to be taught. They need to be guided in which ones to listen to, with discernment, because there's malevolent and benevolent spirits, right? So without that education, they're pretty much just floating in the wind, right? My proposal is to actually start a school for spiritualism. And that's going to happen in the future anyway. So I take credit for that. Timestamp it. And I have many more ideas. A visionary. I do get the downloads. So yes, I am what I say I am. There are 12 tribes, they say. Maybe even more now. But basically 12 tribes. And we are slowly coming together in one big tribe again. We're going to be the human tribe. That's the way it's going to be. Prediction. Okay? And it's going to cause a ripple effect through the universe. Through 7 generations of theories of clones. Okay. Theories of clones based on the first family, which is the family of Abraham. Or something like that. They have similar life experiences and lessons throughout their entire life. It's like, oh yeah, I've had that. I'm not talking about the everyday thing. I'm talking about like life-changing events. And only a few people will have those certain life-changing events for God to get you ready, or universe or source to get you ready for your mission, for your divine purpose. Everyone does have a purpose here. You're not worthless. You are enough. Your mission could be simply just to make people smile. Your mission could be for that one day throughout your entire life. You were supposed to be at that point, at that time, for that one other person to start a ripple effect throughout the universe. The butterfly effect. And this is the truth. This has also come to a part in Earth's history, human beings' history. Now you can have Earth-made souls now because Mother Earth is awake. And you can also have galactic souls that come down to help the Earth souls, to teach them, because like I said, it's going to be the human tribe. And this goes back to the clones. Man-made, divine beings that they're trying to create. Well, let me clue you in on that one. I'm not trying to be rude, but yeah. You will never create a man-made God's secret weapon because of one factor. The same as, hey, you have fire and life. Hear me out now. It's nature versus nurture, yes. You may have the right DNA, but it's the same topic as why twins have different personalities, for example, right? They have the exact same DNA, but they're two different people, right? Follow me? So being that God, source, owns that spark, is part of that spark inside you. Unless you're God, and you're not, no man or woman is God. You may have divine attributes, but will never be God. You won't have that divine plan unless God ordains it. That life that you create with that DNA will never be what you are seeking, because Source is the one that determines who and what that person, divine being, chosen one, whatever, will be. Just stay along the lines of spiritual law. Stay tuned to the next one. I got plenty more to channel, and I've been told to channel today, so this is what I'm doing. Till next time, God bless.